Okay, let's run.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
It's a quest. It's a quest for fun.
Well, The Rock says, why don't we just cut right to the chase?
Okay, now he wants to get together. Well, he wants to talk.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
It's showtime, folks!
What are you? I'm...
Happy Holidays 2025. This is And I Quote, the weekly show where we introduce you to some of the best creators from all over the world, and we find out more about them by taking your questions. I am your host, Ryan of And I Quote channel, and our guest on this episode is someone who's happy and merry and ready for the holiday season, as well as talk about something called books and writing and all these fascinating things. Please welcome indie author extraordinaire Stefanie Castro is in the building. Hello, Stefanie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I couldn't be merrier. No, I'm sorry. I couldn't be happier. That's the word. I'm so sorry, because that can be misconstrued sometimes. But I'm happy to have you here, Stefanie. I'm also happy to have you here who may be watching or listening to this program right now. Do not forget to like and share with all of your closest friends. And if you're joining us live or what is known as a replay, thank you so much for doing so. Now, if you have any questions for the guest of honor, known as Stefanie Castro, let us know in those comments. Let us know in the chat. We'll be more than happy to take those as they come in respectively. Jolly good. So with that being said, Stefanie, what would you say were some of your favorite books or writers growing up as a youngling?
Oh, as a youngling.
It's a Star Wars term, yes.
Oh. I would say, like, I think we were talking about it earlier. I mean, I really love the Babysitter's Club. That was like the biggest one, I think, because there were so many of those books. I gravitated towards those. I mean, I'm probably aging myself for anyone listening. So those were my favorite, just because I really loved all the characters in them. So I'm just going to stick to those. Those were my favorite growing up. I really, really love those. So those were my favorite. That sticks in my mind. Right when you asked that question, that whole series. I had them
No,
all.
it's
And
okay.
I ran to them.
You ran for them. Wow. So you ran.
Yeah,
You didn't walk.
I
You
love
ran to
them.
your scholastic
I
book fairs
did.
at school, and you would make
I
sure that your
did.
parents bought you every single solitary copy that you could find. Because
I
with us,
loved
for some of us in
them.
the 90s, we had Hardy Boys, we had Boxcar Children,
Yeah,
you had some of those
but I
other mystery
remember
series that were floating
that.
around.
I remember that because remember I had to do everything by papers. Like you had to, put those
Yes.
little orders in. And I
hmm
remember I had to wait like, gosh, what, 12 weeks or whatever? I don't remember
hmm
12 weeks for those little books to show up. And then,
Really?
yeah, it took a long while, but I remember it was just like so exciting. And I still remember like the covers. It was just so,
Mm.
I don't know, it was just such a fun feeling. But yeah, I remember those books. It
Oh,
was fun.
I wish we could go back to that. But anyway, aside from that, no, it's great stuff. It's great stuff. Do not get me wrong. Do you have any favorite TV series, past or present? Anything stand out?
Mm. Well, Friends was a big one. I still love it and I still reference a lot of it. So that's still one that like I hold near and dear. Um, Schitt's Creek is a fun one. I love that one. And those two, I mean, I could still watch like over and over again. So I still run to those. If we're going like for like kind of a darker one, The Walking Dead was a big one and up to a certain season, but I did watch that one like for a long time. We did like viewing parties like with family members. And that was just more fun. I think I just hold more memories because we watched it with like our family and we had a lot of fun with that one. But I would say like especially like Schitt's Creek and Friends are big ones that I really loved. And I have fun. And I reference some of them like with my characters. So yeah.
Well, that certainly always helps. So let's pivot to the next
Yeah.
question, which is see what I did there? What are some of your favorite movies, past or present? Anything stand out to you?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Godfather fan, like really big. Yes, like I love that movie. And anyone that knows me well knows that I love that movie. I hold it like near and dear. And uh, let's see. And then I really love Dirty Dancing. So those are my two favorite movies. Very different movies, but those are two of my favorite. And even when they did like one of the specials, like they re-released Dirty Dancing, I think like in 19 like I think it was 1997 or something. They re-released. I don't remember like what year it was. They re-released it. I went and watched it. So I I I love that movie so much. But and then The Godfather, I had it back when they like put it on VHS. I bought like the big ones, and then on DVD and like Blu-ray. I have them all. Like I love them. So
Wow. Talk about a
yeah.
wide range here. We go from Leave the
Oh
Gun, Take
yeah.
It Away to Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner.
I
So
know. Isn't it so strange? But that's how it goes. I love those movies.
No. Listen. Great actors, great performances. I'm not going to dispute that in any way, shape, or form. But when I think of Swayze, obviously Dirty Dancing is one of the first things that comes to everybody's mind. Another thing that comes to mind when I think of Swayze is Roadhouse and Point Break. Have you seen those before?
I have, and then I think of Ghost
That's
because
another
I
one.
mean that's
Mhm,
another big one that he was in. So that's yeah,
mhm. Yeah,
yep.
you're dead, Willie. Yeah, sorry. That's the line that stands out. I know of all things, of all the lines in that entire 2-hour movie, that's the line that sticks out to me more
That's
so
the
than anything
one.
else. I mean, well,
Yeah,
because when you play with fire, you get burned. And Willie, who was trying to kill Sam from the very beginning of the movie to the, all the way towards his, his end,
sure.
it kind of makes you, it's like a little reminder that says, well, don't play with fire, man, because you're just gonna get burned. That's
Yeah,
Patrick Swayze saying, "You're
yeah.
dead, Willie."
Such good
He's,
movies though. They had such good movies at that time.
they
And
did.
yeah,
They did.
you're
The
listing some
80s,
really good ones.
90s. Yeah. hmm
Yeah, yeah,
hmm I mean,
yeah.
if it's if you're at all curious, one of my all-time favorite movies is from the 80s, and that would be James Cameron's The Terminator from '84.
Oh yeah, great movie.
I
Yeah.
mean, I can watch it any day of the week and twice on Sunday. That synthesizer score by Brad Fiedel. Come on, you know.
Yep, yep.
I can't get enough of it, to be perfectly honest. That's why a lot of people put T2 on this pedestal, and I get that, but The Terminator is is my opinion. It's my favorite, and it's the best. I'm just going to say it for the record, and I've said it numerous times before, not just on this program, Stephanie, but on others. And I'm saying it again. The Terminator is the GOAT when it comes to that frame. I'm not saying
Yep.
like the GOAT, like number one of all the billions of movies that have been made in the last 100 years. I'm just saying that for me, it is the GOAT of that franchise. That's just me.
I
You
mean,
know.
hey, at least you're consistent if you said
Mhm.
it on other ones too.
I
See?
have, and I do have a
Yeah.
Terminator T-shirt to back it up.
Oh,
I'm just not
see.
I'm
Well,
just
then
not wearing it today
then
because I
you
want to be a
solidified it right there.
I did. If you don't have a T-shirt that represents your favorite characters and or fandoms, you're doing it wrong. So,
Yeah,
to a certain
exactly. Well, then I have to go get a T-shirt.
you should.
Yeah.
Well, there's a great
Yeah.
website. It's called tpublic.com. They have a T-shirt for every nook and cranny of pop culture memorabilia.
Oh, well, then I need to go find something like a Godfather one or yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
There you
Or a
go.
Dirty Dancing one. It doesn't matter. Either
Or
one.
Dirty Dancing. Yeah.
Mhm. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, just
There you go.
because we just made her an offer she couldn't refuse, fellas. That's what we do around
I
here.
know. There you
Uh,
go. You did it.
see, I'm getting better at this, which means I get to keep my job tomorrow morning. This is fantastic. Thank you. See, Stephanie is the one who has to sign the approvals here, folks. With but with that being said, when did you start writing?
So I started, I mean, I've written for, I used to have a company, my own company, years ago. I opened it about 10 years ago. It's since then closed due to the pandemic. And so I was writing blogs for outside companies. They would hire me. And so I was writing in that capacity at that time. And then I started writing for books. Back in 2023, I released a memoir, and then that's kind of how it all started. I kind of just had a story in my head, and that had been brewing when we were in lockdown. And when I released that memoir, I kind of just like randomly, because I understood the process of how to indie publish, I randomly was on the phone with my best friend, and I was like, "Oh, I just have this story in my head and I can't get it out." And I had, on my notes app and like writing stuff down. And she's like, "Oh, well, why don't you send me a chapter?" And I was like, "Oh, that's silly." She's like, "Well, what's the big deal? You send it to me." And then that's kind of how it all started. She was like, "Well, send me another chapter and send me another." And it kind of just blossomed from there. So, yeah.
Well, isn't that special? Isn't that special? No, it's great. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to diminish anything you've just said here.
No, yeah.
Sometimes we just tend to be silly. I don't know why, but humor lightens up the soul. Maybe I don't know. I read that. Maybe I
No,
read that
I
somewhere.
I think it's just kind of like a really, I don't know if it's random. It was just kind of, I understood how to do it after
Mhm.
you kind of rip off the Band-Aid, because it
Yes.
kind of seems like this big thing, like writing a
Mhm.
book, which it is. But I mean, you think
Yeah.
that it's like you can't do it, right? And then all of a sudden you do, and you're like, well, I understand how the process works. So at that point, I'm like, well, I did it once, so let me try it again. Because I didn't go to school. I wasn't a lit major. I didn't do that. So I was like, well, I can't. So once I did it, I was like, well, maybe I can. And so, of course, I've learned a lot since the first time I published a romance novel. And so since then, I've picked up little morsels of information here and there, and I've educated myself. And now, um, I'm just, I'm just a sponge. I keep learning as I go. And each book is a piece of knowledge that I add to my bookshelf. So,
Yeah. Well, definitely, I can understand. It kind of reminds me of this offbeat, kind of, what do you call it? Kind of left curve of a reference here. So, for those of you who grew up in the 2000s and saw this movie numerous times, and maybe some of you still watch this, which is okay. It's fine. It's an entertaining movie. Brad Pitt and George Clooney are looking at each other, and he says, "I need a reason. And don't say money. Why do this? Why not do it? Because the house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big and then you take the house." You've been practicing that speech. I felt like I rushed it. Did I rush it? No, you didn't rush it. No. But it just seems like, why not do it? Why not write a book? Why not write a story? Why not do it?
mhm,
Seriously, what's stopping you? What is stopping anybody from putting pen to
right.
paper or punching those keys on on their keyboards that are linked to their laptops? Why not do it? You got nothing to lose. And the other thing is, and I'm sure you've heard similar expressions to this, the rough draft is allowed to suck.
Yeah,
It's allowed to be terrible. The first draft is allowed to be awful, and that's okay, because what do you do after a rough draft? You go back, you look at it again, you
yeah,
make edits, you go back, you look at it again, and then you just keep doing it. And then when it's finished and it's ready to be, published, depending on who you talk to and what channels you go through, because there is a process to this. There is.
right.
You do it, you get the story out, and then boom, look what you've accomplished. You got a feather in your cap, and when you taste that, it smells like victory. You want to get
Yeah.
that taste again, don't you, Steffi? You want to get another taste of victory again. So what do? You put out another story and you just keep knocking them out.
Yeah, and then that's like kind of the big thing is that
Mhm.
for me, my characters are talking to me, right? They're in my head and um they're really they're almost like these they're they're friends in my head almost, like they just have to get the story out. But sometimes, like, you have these moments, you're like, "Oh my gosh, what if there's no other story to tell?" I get to the end of a book that I'm writing and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what if?" But all of a sudden there's another story to tell, and as I'm writing that story, another character will come along and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's another story that I'm going to tell coming up." And so it's really fun. It's dynamic. There are these layers and layers that I get to unravel, and I don't know, it is really exciting. And um there are these worlds that I get to construct, and I find it really fun. Um, so I find it to be this wonderful thing that I get to provide. Um, but it's it's such a different thing that I'm doing that I never imagined. Especially because this isn't what I trained to do in my life. So, um, So it's definitely fun, and I've met such wonderful people that are now part of my author circle that I consider my friends. And so that has been such a blessing for me. And I've had really a great time doing it. So, yeah, it's been really great on my end.
Well, that's just awesome sauce. You know what else is awesome? The fact that you are watching or listening to this episode of And I Quote. Do not forget to like and share with your closest friends. If you watch us live on the replay, thank you for doing so. If you have any questions for our guest of honor, Stefanie, let us know in those comments. Let us know in the chat. More than happy to take those as they come in respectively. What would you say have been the rewards about being a writer so far?
So far, I've really gotten to, like I said, meet people. I've gotten to, they have, conventions. So we get to, I get to go, I go to these reader conventions. So I get to meet my readers. I get to meet new readers, connect with people. Because obviously writing is something that is something I do from my home. So I don't necessarily get to connect with people unless it's online. And so in this case, I get to go out and connect with people. So that has been really fun. Um, Recently, in the spring, I went to New York. It was central New York. So I get to do things that I wouldn't normally get to do. So connecting with um, from people from all over. So that is something that I would have never imagined. That has been a welcome surprise for me, and just tapping into a skill I really didn't foresee. So for me, that has been the biggest thing. I'm like, even my editor, she lives in Canada, so that is something I just, all these different connections I've made has been something I never imagined for myself. And so I feel like I'm getting to use a skill that um, is just new for me. I mean, obviously, writing isn't new, but getting to kind of, I guess, like peel this onion um, that I didn't know I would have the potential to do. And I think that for a long time, because I'm a nurse. That's really what I went to school for. But getting to do this is something that I get to use a different part of my mind and my brain. So I get to put my nursing skills aside or get to do something else throughout the day as well. So I get to use my nursing skills, but also use like a different type of creativity as well. So yeah.
Kind of the best of both worlds there, so to speak.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's all good in the hood, my friend. On the flip side of the coin, though, what are some of the challenges about being a writer?
Well, we have something called writer's block, which I've had the unfortunate um, I've had to face that actually recently. So, um, like late winter, early spring, I had that hit me pretty hard. When I was writing the last book that I published, that it just came out in November. Um, while I had literally sat down to write it, and yeah, I got hit pretty hard with it. I would stare at my computer, and I've never experienced that before. Mostly, I can write a book fairly quickly. The story just pours out of me. Like you said, a rough draft is exactly that. It can not be the best version of the final product, but I can at least write the backbone of the book. Um, and I literally could not write this book. I would just stare. I couldn't even get words out. And that occurred for me like for months. I would just look at at the screen. For me, that has been the biggest challenge when I've hit that point. Like the characters just went blank. It's almost like they just disappeared from my brain. So for me, that has been the biggest challenge. Or at that time it was. And that was mostly due to some things going on in my life. And so getting through like that difficult time, and trying to find mental strength to kind of get over that hump and write again was something I had to come to terms with and find a way to write again.
Yeah, a lot of individuals have struggled with that over the years, so I can certainly understand
Yeah.
writer's block. We just bloody hate it because you want to do one thing and then all of a sudden you pivot,
Yeah.
pivot,
Yeah.
pivot to something else. So if someone's watching or listening to this right now and they want to be a writer, what advice would you give to those aspiring writers out there?
Honestly, you have to give yourself grace. Like, that's something that I leaned heavily on, 2 people. They really helped me through it. And I ended up dedicating the book to them. They really just let me have that time. They let me speak about it, like my frustration, but they really just walked me through it. Like, I would talk about the characters or I'd talk about my struggles or how frustrated I was, and they would just say, like, "It'll come to you, it'll come to you." But I was frustrated. I was irritated, like, at myself, at the situation, or I think I was just really mad that I couldn't write. And I was like comparing myself of that moment to the person I was when I wrote the other books. And so I just could not get over the fact that the words weren't like pouring out of me. And so to whomever like is out there trying to write and like maybe they thought it would be easier, I think every time you write, you'll be a different person. And so I think you have to also realize like you'll never be the same person you are each time you write a book or a story. You'll always be a different version of yourself just because every story will be different and each character will be different. So, or each couple that you write will be different. So, um, that's that's just how books are, and so you have to always keep that in mind. Um, and you just have to give yourself that grace. And I'm still learning to do that with myself, and I think that'll come with time. But it is a process. So just give yourself, be kind to yourself is really what I would give the advice to, and it's advice I'm still trying to learn. So it's easier said than done.
Yeah, I can certainly understand that. But hey, look at the bright side. The more you know, and that's just so. There you go. There's a throwback to both of our childhoods, folks. It's still
Yeah.
around. It's still relevant, I assume. I mean, oh goodness gracious. What any special memories or moments for you from being at book signings or other events that stand out?
Um, yeah, there are 2 moments that stand out. I was at my first convention, not this last time, but the summer prior, and, I got to meet one of my, we have something called hype teams, which are, they're people that, they're on your, like, permanent team, and they always get, like, an advanced copy of your book, and they are there to, like, hype you up, right? So they are always there to promote your books. So they're on your team. And I got to meet one of them in person. She's local, so she lives near me. And so she came to meet me, and I got to actually, see her in person. And that was really cool. And I really loved that because that's a very rare thing. So that was really, really a fun moment for me. And then another one was someone that lives very far away. And she came up to me and she was like, "I'm your number one fan." And I thought that was incredible to hear from someone because, I'm a very new author and I am an indie author. And so to hear someone say that to me and to say that my books mean something to them, um, it really like meant a lot. And I don't know if people understand, like, to hear that from someone, how much that sticks. So even to this day, when I'm having a bad day in writing or, when I'm, struggling, I hold on to those little comments. So as I'm going through and I'm writing something, those comments, I stick to it and I hold on to those as I'm like writing my books and having a hard day. So yeah, so those are like 2 moments that stick to me the most.
Oh, well, that's just
Yeah.
dynamite. That's just I know,
Special.
We're
Yeah.
oh boy, we're really dating ourselves here, fellas. It's not good. They were getting, in the words of our good friend Murtaugh, we're getting too old for this shiznit.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, see what I did there? Yeah.
I did. I'm knowing all of these references you're giving. Ocean's 11 was the first one that you quoted.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I know.
There's some good ones out there. There's some really
There are
popular
good
movies with great
movies.
properties. So,
Yeah.
it always helps. So, just to give everyone a bit of an idea here, if you don't mind me saying. So, we have an example here. So, Embers and Our Souls. Goodness gracious, these two look passionately at each other. So, I'm just
Yeah.
curious, what exactly is this story, and how did this come about?
So this is the last of the Boston Embers series. So there's four books. And so this one came about because of as the way the story throughout the series progresses, each book can be read standalone. Um, but his character pretty much shows up in book 3. So you really don't know anything about him until book 3, and you won't know anything about her until pretty much this book. But you only hear her name in the epilogue. Um, so no one will know who she is, like, at all. Um, like I said, you don't really have to read any of the other books in order to pick this book up. Um, and it's a marriage of convenience and pretty much like a second chance, for anyone that wants to know the tropes of the book. Um, but yeah, they pretty much, to give like a little bit of a synopsis, they went to high school together. So they've known each other before, and he helps her out by marrying her. When they graduate from high school, she's in a bit of a bind. She needs some help, and he marries her right before he goes off into the army. And so they get married, and then they go their separate ways, but they stay connected through letters. Um, and that's pretty much it. But in those letters, they do find more of a deeper connection, but then he ruins everything right before they go there, like they permanently stop talking, and then they come back together all of a sudden. um when they're in Boston, they run into each other, and then you have to kind of see how they reconnect and rekindle everything. And at that point, when they reconnect, she is a single mom. So you kind of have to see how things come back together with them. But yeah, it's kind of a big thing, but he at that point is a firefighter, so he has left the army, and he's a firefighter with the rest of everyone else that's from the other books. So um, yeah, this book was, like I said, kind of the tougher one to write, but I will say um, they were there's a lot of layers to her character and his, but they complement each other really well, and it was a really great one to write once I got over that writer's block. So it was, and their story is very unique, and the way I wrote it was unique because of those letters. So I tell their past story through the letters. That's how the letters work out in the book.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
this cover here reminds me of a very good friend of mine, just with a thick beard, kind of like mine, and how ridiculously good looking we are. It reminds me of Ryan Gosling looking at Emma Stone, you know?
Oh,
Because I'm looking at his
yeah.
hair and I'm looking at her outfit, and I'm like, you know what? She's got a bit of a ginger, like redhead thing going on, just a little bit. And it kind of reminds me, Gosling and Emma Stone, they've been in how many movies together now? Like 3 or 4? So kind of
Have they been
reminds
in
me
that
of,
many movies together?
yeah, they have. It kind
Oh.
of reminds me of my good friend Ryan Guy, who actually does give Ryan's a good name, not Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds gives Ryan's a horrible name. That he's a punk. But Emma Stone has been gracing our lives for what? The better part of what? 15 some odd years, maybe even more than
I didn't
that.
even
And Emma
think they
Stone
had been
has
in that
grown
many
up right
movies
before our very
together.
eyes, and she gets more and more beautiful every time she walks through the curtain of a talk show. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of Ryan and
Hmm.
Emma going after each other. Pining for each other, I think is the proper term.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You want me to call Ryan, see if he'd be willing to do a live action reenactment of the cover? Or the teaser. What do you call it? Teaser poster? Is that what it's? We can get. I can get Ryan and Emma on the phone right now. We can get them out to your house in like 2 hours. You want to make that happen? Hmm?
Oh, they might be local enough, huh?
We could.
Yeah.
I mean, we know
Yeah.
people in certain parts of the world that can make things happen.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
but it does kind of remind me of Ryan and Emma just a little bit.
I didn't even think of that.
Mhm.
Huh. I wonder if is her hair that color right now? Huh. I wonder.
When was the
I
last
haven't
time
seen
Emma
her
and
in
I
a
were?
minute.
I'm trying to think. When was the last time Emma and I hung out? I think it was. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hang out with these people, folks. I'm making this up as I go. But if Emma and I did hang out together, I'm thinking she
I
still has a
love
bit of
that
a
you're just calling
blondish.
her Emma. No big deal.
Yeah, because we're friends, right? We're all adults
Yeah.
here. I mean, we don't have to
Go
call her
grab a
Miss Stone or Mr.
coffee.
Gosling. We can call them Ryan and Emma.
Not
They're
at
just like
all.
us. They're good folk as far as I know. Let's see. Emma, I think she still has a bit of a blonde look going on, although I could be wrong. I have to wait and see. I have to consult my friend and my connection in Holland. Be like, yo, what's my friend Emma up to nowadays? She still got that blonde hair. She switched back to red, bro. Let me know. So we'll see. I'll have to get in touch. My people call your people, Stephanie. We'll get in touch. But no, seriously, in all honesty, though, this looks great. It sounds great. I wish you nothing but success with this series. I mean,
Thank you.
have you had a chance to read any? What has been the thoughts and feelings for this series thus far? Has anyone wrote any reviews about this as of yet?
Yeah, there's a good number of reviews. People seem to like it. A lot of people liked the third book. They were like, "Oh my gosh, that the male character." They were like in love with him. And then once they read the fourth one, they're like, "Nope, this is my new favorite couple. I really love the Hunter's his name. I really love Hunter. He's my new favorite." So I thought that was really funny because they had fallen in love with the male character in the third, and then they now jumped ship and they were in love with the fourth one. Like I said, a lot of people didn't know Hunter, the fourth male character, and so you get kind of a glimpse of who he is in the third one, but you don't really know who he is at all. Like he's still very mysterious, just because he gets added in the third book. But then the fourth book obviously is all him. So I don't give very much about him. When you're reading book 3, you just really get glimpses of him overall. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I think any author could attest to this. Like when you're writing a book, obviously you love your characters and you fall in love with them. But when you release it, you're always kind of sitting there like, oh my gosh, I hope everyone loves it as much as me. But I was surprised by how many people like really were like, this is my favorite book of the series. And I loved how it ended. So I love that people fell in love with it as much as they did. And I appreciate how much people did love this character. And Indiana's the female character in it, how much they loved her story and how much she grew from it. So I love that for it and how they loved how I wrapped it up. So that was really wonderful too.
Well, congratulations on that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that really is. Who is an author, living or dead, you would love to have a sit-down conversation with, and why?
Well, I've already met virtually this author, but I would love to meet her in person. So does that count? Can I still list this person?
Yes, you can. Yeah, if you want to play,
Okay.
if you want to cheat, if you want to cheat on the test here, that's fine. And that
I'm
never
gonna
hurts.
cheat on the
Go
test
ahead.
because I've
That's
never
fine.
because I've only like spoken to
It's
her
okay.
virtually.
And that's different than meeting
Um,
somebody in person. I understand.
yeah, it was because it was during lockdown, and plus she doesn't live anywhere near me. I really love K.A. Tucker, because she has written my favorite book. Um, but I would really love to meet her in person. She is an author that I've always loved reading her books, and so um, I would love to meet her in person and sit down and have a coffee with her. So that's the author I choose.
All right. She used a lifeline here, Regis, but it's okay. We'll let her phone a friend. It's fine. We'll let it slide. She can still have a chance to win the $1 million on the next question here. I don't know if she's going to win it or not. That's up to her. It's not my decision, but it's fine. It's fine. So, what is she whiz? What is one book that belongs on everybody's shelf that is not one of your own?
Oh, ooh. I'm gonna choose one. Okay. I'm gonna choose For Lucy. That's mine. Ooh, no. I'm choosing two. Can I choose two? Look at me. I'm coloring outside the lines.
I know she's going outside the box again, folks, but go ahead, go for it. Name 2 or 3, maybe even
I'm
4.
gonna choose I'm gonna choose two. Well, because I read a lot of romance. You know this. You must know this from the genre that I write. But I'm gonna
Mhm.
choose two. I'm gonna choose For Lucy, which is pretty much like a romance. That's by Jewel E. Ann. That is a romance, but it's like a little different and it'll gut you. Like I cried, like sobbed. Just because it's a very different book, but I feel like it was written so differently. Um, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm choosing it just because I feel like it gets a very different perspective. I don't know if that's everyone's book. That's a book I love. Maybe this is the wrong book. Actually, I would choose the comfort book. I'm going to change my answer, but I'm still going to say everyone should read Julie Ann's book because I love her. But I'm going to choose the comfort book. That one's a really good book. Have you ever read that one?
I've never even
That
heard of
one,
these.
the comfort book is really, really good.
Oh,
Um,
what's it about?
um,
Can you give us a
it
synopsis without going into too many heavy spoilers here?
no, the comfort book is literally like a hug. It's like a
Oh, okay.
um, it's it's pretty much like a hug. It's kind of like self-help a little bit genre.
That's fair.
It's yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's not like a yeah, I think it's categorized as help self-help. I can't look it up or anything because I'm on my phone right now. But
Really, we couldn't tell by the way your screen is very vertical.
um, but that book is really, really good. I highly recommend it. I did it on audio. It's very quick. It's not a very big book. Um, but it's really good. Uh, but if anyone is into, I should recategorize my For Lucy book. I would say anyone that reads romance, I would say read Jewel's book For Lucy. How about I recategorize that one? Just because if you love romance, that
Mhm.
book, and you love to cry,
Yeah.
um, that book is really great. Just because I think it really shifts your perspective, and it's a great book because it's kind of a different take um, on romance. So I don't know. That book is just really good. I'll
Hmm.
change that answer a little bit. Um, I've never read a book like that before. I would say that much. But that comfort book was just a really cool. I don't know. It was like it literally felt like a hug. There's nothing like I didn't leave that book feeling sad. I felt like it was a really good, just overall good book. And I literally bought it after that, and I just had it on my shelf, and I recommend it to people. It's just like a really like positive book, I felt.
Hmm. This is interesting. You know, you if you're willing to do this behind the scenes, you know, when we talk off camera, you're gonna have to send me the links to these books because I'm curious now. You got me curious. Now, granted, I'm a man of simple tastes, and at the same time, I don't really dive into the romance genre very often unless it's a really good rom-com like While You Were Sleeping with my good friend Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. But I don't, you know, people always say try to think outside the box a little bit. Always try to dip into different genres outside of your comfort zone. So, you
Sure.
know, I'm not against looking at 1 or 2 maybe romance
Well,
novels. It's fine or whatever it is, you know, it's fine. I'm up for different genres of different tastes to a certain extent. So, feel free to send me those
all
links in
right.
the backstage area of our studio.
Well, my romance recommendation is because it's written in the male point of view, which is very
Okay.
rare.
It's very rare. It's
And
extremely rare.
there's a lot of trigger warnings, so I should
Oh, fair
also
enough.
give that.
That's fair.
Um, so I'll
Mhm.
give that asterisk to the book as well.
There you go.
But that's the thing, you don't read books like that very often.
Mm.
So that's why I find it very interesting. So I think that's always something to keep in mind. And I find that very, I think kudos to someone that can write a book that stays with you, right? Because I read so many books and not every book can stick in your mind for. for a long time because it's hard.
Yeah, life
Yeah.
moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop to look
Yeah.
around once in a while, you could miss it, Stephanie.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, I have a lot of books I can recommend,
Mhm,
but those two, if you're a romance reader, I do say that's a very different book. And then the
mhm.
comfort book, like I said, it just feels like a great hug, especially if like you just want like a positive book, like that self-help.
Well, I come from a hugging family, so this will be
It's a mental hug.
yeah, yeah, no, that's fine too. It's fine too. It's up the
Yeah.
alley there, or it's near the alley. It's right on the corner of that boulevard and that Jabroni Drive, whatever it's called. It's fine. We'll get used to it. It'll be
Yeah, there you go.
it'll be just fine. Now, if Embers in Our Souls were to be adapted into a live action or television series, any actor or actresses or somebody you'd want to see either work in front or behind the camera? Even though I've already named two of the biggest names in Hollywood right now, which in this case, Gosling and Stone. But if you didn't have Gosling and Stone to contend with,
Oh.
anybody in particular you'd want as cast as these two different characters?
Mm. Well, I like Rachel McAdams.
Oh yes, quite a bit. She's done a lot in the years.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I love her. I don't know what she's up to though. I haven't had coffee with her in such a long time.
Neither have I. Yeah. Rachel, where are you? Seriously, are you hanging out with the plastics again?
Um, and then I don't know a male actor though. Maybe I reach out to you once that time comes, and maybe we
Okay.
could just talk it over. See who would be a good fit.
I could be your
I
Hollywood
don't know.
consultant. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then behind the scenes, I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'd really have to think that through.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, she like in my head, that would be the first that comes to mind. Um, yeah. She's the first one I would think of in my head. I don't know. I haven't thought about the male character.
It's okay. It's a great start, though. Rachel McAdams has been around for many years now. She's done quite a
Oh
bit in
my
her
gosh.
filmography, and she continues to, be very good as an actress. So, well done, Rachel. We've loved you since. I'm trying to think. What was she? I mean,
Yeah.
I know Mean Girls is what put her on the map and all, but I know she was doing stuff before that. I'm trying to think.
She's like the Notebook to me. That's what I think of when I
Yeah,
think
I
of
mean,
her.
that was the bigger one. Yeah, that's a bigger one. Most people know her from that, and she don't get me wrong, she was good in that too. But there have been other performances where I thought to myself, "Wow, she's grown. She's grown." So
Yeah, yeah. She is great though. Yeah.
yeah, she's been doing it for a long time, and she did all the not rom-coms, but romance-themed movies like The Time Traveler's Wife, The
Oh,
Vow,
that's right.
with Channing Tatum. Yeah,
Yeah. They've done so many movies and I feel like there's just it's almost like books. There's just so many movies out there I don't even know about because they now release some like streaming services now that I just
yeah.
can't keep up with how many things are out there.
I have to look at the IMDb for her. I know gosh, she's
She's
done
done a
so much.
lot.
She's done it. Her
Yeah.
resume is 6 miles long, folks. Just deal with it. And if you need to know
Yeah.
more, go to imdb.com, hashtag not a sponsor of this show. But if they want to be, call me maybe. So just saying, even though people have been saying for many years, I've been walking down these streets and they're like, Ryan, you're like a walking, talking IMDb billboard. Because you just know all these
That's
random
good
facts
though.
about all these different kinds of people. And I'm like, well, when you watch certain movies once or twice, the whole script goes right into my brain. And most of that information from that movie goes into my brain too. I can just give it back to you verbatim. It's true.
That's okay. That's good.
Mhm. It's just, I don't know. It's a pointless skill to have. But hey, if you ever need me at bar trivia, give me a call. I'll give you all the answers to the movie and TV questions. Maybe not all the TV because I haven't seen a lot of. I'm more of a movie person than a TV series, but I've watched my
Yeah.
fair share of TV series over the years, from the classics of the Wonder Years to the rebooted series of Parenthood with Lauren Graham.
Yes.
So I've seen my fair share, and let's not forget Friday Night Lights, because Clear Eyes, Full Hearts can't lose. So
Yes. Yes. I love that show too.
that was a
Yep.
great show.
Yeah, it is.
That was a great
Yeah,
show.
that
Coach
is a good
Shaver
show.
Taylor, Kyle Chandler.
Mhm. I like it better than the movie for sure.
Way better, way better. The movie is
Yeah.
with Billy Bob Thornton. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah.
Didn't do it for me. Yeah. I do like the show. But then again, the show was it was a longer run. So,
5 years actually.
yeah.
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 Five,
Yeah, it did good. They
five
did
seasons.
good with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I own all 5 seasons on DVD, so I can go back and watch it whenever.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Mhm. Definitely one of the better modern day television series. I would
For sure. Yeah,
venture
it did
to
good.
venture to say. Favorite holiday movie or TV special?
Ooh.
Now that we're in the
Gosh, I
midst of
really
the holiday season,
yeah. I have a few. Again, I don't like
go
to
ahead. Name
really
all 50
I'm
of them.
not
I don't care.
answering the questions like with just one, it seems
Okay,
like.
you can name all 5 if you want.
Well, I like The Holiday. Um,
Oh yes, Kate
I
Winslet. Yeah.
mostly because I want that cottage so bad in my life.
It's a nice looking
Um,
cottage, yeah.
I think everyone does. Um, and then I like, this isn't really holiday, but it like goes through the seasons. It's When Harry Met Sally, there's something about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, I'm a big Nora Ephron fan. Um, and then You've Got Mail, again, just the seasons of it.
Tom Hanks and Meg
Um,
Ryan.
yes, and then like there's something about, and I watched it during the holidays, like when it came out in 1998, I believe. Um,
Yep, that's going back a few
and
years.
well, we don't want to talk about how old I was because I was an adult. And
It's it's all right. Listen, we're all young at heart here, folks. There's no shame in that.
yeah,
Stephanie and I have been
uh,
talking about different properties and actors for the last how long have we been doing this? 47 minutes. And she and I
yeah,
understand each other's references as well as each other's names. So it's like we get
yeah.
it. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, that is one that I do love.
Mhm.
There's probably a million more, but
Million
those are
more?
like the
Mm.
well, no, but I do love those three like very much.
That's
And
fair.
then we watched like the animated Grinch, not the old one, but the new one
Oh, the
with
newer one, yeah. Mhm.
yeah, that one we watched with the kids.
Sure.
But that's
Benedict
a
Cumberbatch,
good
yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Yeah, but my dog doesn't like that one, so that one's kind of torturous to watch with my dog because he barks at
Oh,
the
yeah,
screen.
situation.
Yeah, yeah, but we love that one. I do like it. It's good. That's an animated one that we watch. So yeah, I would say those are like staples, and then we'll watch like Home Alone and like certain things like that. And then of course, what is it called? A Christmas Story is always on, right? On Christmas
Yes,
Eve,
24
like
hours of a Christmas
all
Story.
day.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
You shoot your eye
that
out,
one I have
kid.
yeah, I don't watch it like fully from beginning to end anymore,
Right.
but I will watch like a piece of it throughout Christmas Eve at some point. So, yeah, I would say that's like normal for
Mhm.
me.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine. I mean, my list is completely different from somebody else's, and that's okay. I mean, some of our
yeah.
favorites stand out. Miracle on 34th Street, I really enjoy both versions, the
Mhm.
original 47 and the remake of 94 with Mara Wilson.
Yep.
Richard Attenborough, that was really
Mhm.
good. I think Christmas Vacation with Clark Griswold
Oh,
himself, Chevy Chase. I
thank
mean,
you. Yes. My dog
that
is named after Rusty, so I don't know why I didn't list that. Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
That is even
sorry, I
more
forgot
special.
about that one.
It's
Yeah,
okay. Hey,
sorry. Oh my
Griswold, where do you think you're
gosh.
gonna put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
Oh, believe me, that's said multiple times throughout the year in my house. Yes. My
Uh,
husband is like all
oh
about
boy.
quotes. Yeah.
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 You like all nerve talking to me like that, Griswold. I wasn't talking to you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just
No,
once you get
we
us
it's
started on these things, Stephanie, I
yeah.
tend to not really want to quit. But that's because when
No.
you watch
My
movies once
husband's
or
very
twice,
yeah.
it goes
Yeah.
right up here into my
No, he's
intimate
good.
little noggin.
No, my husband's really good with quotes, and
Is he?
sometimes I'm like, did you just say that to me?" He's like, "It's a quote." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Sometimes I don't even know if it is a quote. It's just he's very good with them. So,
Maybe I should, maybe when I visit, maybe if we all get together at some point, I can be
yeah.
Stephanie's interpreter. So I
Yeah.
can help interpret these things. I don't know. Stephanie and you
Oh,
and I are gonna
yeah.
have to talk business here after
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah,
Christmas
no, he's
Vacation
very good
stands
with
out.
quotes. Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation stands out. Gosh, my favorite personally is The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's my number one favorite. I
Yes.
mean, Michael Caine as Scrooge, and just the love and care that is put into that movie. Jim Henson,
Yeah.
even though it was made after he had passed away and his son Brian took the reins and he directed that movie. As a matter of fact, Brian Henson directed it. It was in tribute to Jim Henson and Richard Hunt, who has worked with Jim Henson for many years. So it's such a beautiful film. It really, really is. I'm in the process of rewatching it right now because we're in the midst of the holiday season, as Stephanie and I alluded to earlier. So that's been very, very cool to me. Let's see. Another one that stands out. My favorite TV special, though, is the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, that one we used to always have. We used to watch like the Thanksgiving one and the Halloween one, and then we have it on DVD, like a pack.
Yes, the holiday collection. Yes.
Yeah, and we used to always put it on, so we used to watch it like in order.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have it for the kids. But yeah, we always have it, and then we always have the music on. I mean, they're staples. They have to happen.
It's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. And you alluded to this earlier, Stephanie. I want to inform you, as well as inform you who may be watching or listening to this episode of Van Dyke Quote with our guest of honor, Stefanie Castro. Right now, don't forget to like and share with your closest friends. You mentioned Home Alone. Now, Home Alone, something we do here at Van Dyke Quote Studios is what we call movie watch along. So you're basically watching us watch a particular movie that turns a certain age that year, but you can also watch that movie along with us from the comfort of your own homes, whether it's through physical media or a streaming service. And we always give timestamps during the movie, so whoever is watching live or they come in a few minutes later, they know what spot we are at within the movie. And the one we're doing next week, believe it or not, is the 35th, ladies and gentlemen, the 35th anniversary watch along of Home Alone.
And now I really feel old. I remember watching that in the theater.
Will you stop worrying about the numbers? Stephanie, you and I have talked about this.
I watched that in the theater.
Well, hey, at least one of us did. I watched it on VHS after it had come out.
Oh, man. I love that movie, except the part where the stepping on the nail. Ooh,
that's towards the end of the movie.
I can feel that occurring. I can.
That's like.
I still feel it. I have to look away. Like I literally can feel it. Oh, I mean, isn't that funny? Yeah, I literally like will look.
She'll do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's awkward for me. Okay. Like that part still. I can feel it.
Look at the bright side. At least when someone knocks on your door unceremoniously, all you got to tell them is, leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here. Yeah, and then you tell them to keep the change, you filthy animal. That's all you got to do.
I don't remember the cost of all that pizza, but to this day, I'm like, that's not too bad for all that pizza.
Oh, I do remember because I just rewatched Home Alone a few weeks ago, so I know this. That large cheese pizza that Kevin ordered was $11.80 in 1990. Now, in today's market, a large cheese pizza on average, because I just learned about this yesterday on a news report that came out about how people in America are changing the way they order pizza, respectively. And he said the average large pizza goes for up to $20 to $25 a pie. And I thought to myself, Kevin had it for $11.80, and he gave the driver $12, and he played the clip from the Angels with Filthy Souls. Change, you filthy animal. And then the pizza delivery guy says, cheapskate. Well, in the world we live in today, $25 for a large pizza is salacious and outrageous. So,
Yeah. It's I see a lot of posts with people talking about people talking about like, oh, you left your kid at home for this many days, and then you're mad about him ordering room service and the bill. Like, there's some really funny posts about the family, like, why didn't we judge them more? It is really funny, like the things people are saying now. I can't stop laughing about it because it's the stuff we don't think about, when we watched the movie years ago. But I am laughing my head off because I'm like, we just took the movie for what it was, obviously. But it is really funny to see it now. But I do still love that movie. I don't watch the second one like ever. But the first one, I love everything about it. It's just so well crafted. And
a lot of heart and care was put into that.
Yeah, I think it was a really unique movie, and Kevin is adorable, and all the little like traps he put together, even the Kraft mac and cheese, every time I watch it, I want to make myself a box of it every time. Every time.
The
I
TV
mean,
dinner, yes.
without fail.
Mhm.
Every time. Just everything about it, it brings me back to my childhood. I remember watching it and I still remember that it's nostalgia every time.
Wow.
So, um, so there is something very special about it, and I don't know if that magic will ever go away. So, it does feel very, very unique every time I watch that movie. So I hope just like that feeling of like every time you like hear like when you watch the Polar Express and you hear the bell, and they say every time you hear the bell, the magic is still there. It's kind of like that feeling when you watch that movie for me. So hopefully it feels that way always because every time I watch it to this day, I feel like that little kid that watched it for the first time. So hopefully, I think that's the joy of music, right? I mean, the joy of movies. That's the point of them. Hopefully,
Hmm.
so I
Yeah.
like it. So every time I watch these holiday movies, that's what it feels like to me. But that one in particular is like very unique. I don't know why.
It's just,
Even the music.
yeah. Oh, well, was it produced by John Hughes, directed by Chris Columbus, John Williams did
Ugh.
the score, and John Williams is the goat of film composing.
Mm,
Because he gave us everything from Raiders of the Lost Ark to Superman to Star Wars
yes.
to Jaws to the Home Alones to
Everything.
Jurassic Parks. I mean, is there
Yeah, I
anything? I mean,
mean,
John Williams has literally done everything under the sun.
yeah. And even Jaws, like you can't go into an ocean without thinking of it. Even a
Dun,
pool.
dun,
Even the
mhm,
craziness of a pool. And I'm like, even to this day when I go into a pool, I think of it. Like, it's so funny to me.
dun,
Yeah.
dun, mhm,
Yeah.
dun.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
So,
couldn't help myself. John Williams was introduced himself in those few notes I just heard a moment ago. Jeez, John, where have you been? No, he's been at the Hollywood Bowl. He's fine. He's
yeah.
just playing his music. But you saying that with nostalgia for Home Alone is just
Yes! That's awesome!
it just oh, lights up like a Christmas tree. Harry, I'm coming in. With that being said, a large cheese pizza just for me. Gosh, man. I mean, honestly, and I understand why you're hesitant to watch the second one, but the thing that makes the second movie enjoyable is 2 words: Tim Curry. Tim Curry's the man. Honestly, you can never go wrong with that guy.
Did you ever get that recorder that they had in the second one? A lot
Oh
of people
man,
bought it.
I'm trying to remember because I've been racking my brain the last little while here. I think my parents, my family got me. I think they did. I have to double check with because I have 2 older brothers, so they would know more about this than I would. I have 2 older brothers, so I can ask Kevin and Greg if they remember that. Shoot, because I think I had it. If not, I definitely remember pawning it off my friends.
Yeah.
Like
I
borrowing my
wanted
friend's
it so
Talkboy,
bad.
borrowing my friend's Talkboy. I mean, honestly, who didn't want to pick up or what was it called? A payphone, right? You remember these things called payphones? Call
Oh,
the
yeah.
plaza. Howdy do. This is Peter McAllister, the father.
Uh-huh.
Like a hotel room, please, with an extra large bed, a TV, and one of those little
Mhm.
refrigerators you have to open with a key. Yes, sir, you need a
Mhm.
major credit card upon check-in. Credit card, you got it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It was so cool. I wanted one so bad, but I did not get one of those. But I wanted it.
I'm sorry.
It was really cool.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It is okay.
I
It's okay.
apologize that one of your childhood dreams was completely and utterly shattered
I know.
in the
I
Christmas of
I'm okay. I'm gonna make
1992.
it. I'm gonna make it. I'll just always live with knowing I didn't get one of those, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
I mean,
okay.
I mean, just listen to what our good friend Bobby Marley once said. Don't you worry about a thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
that's going back a few years, and I wasn't there for that song when it came out originally. I don't know. Maybe I was. Maybe I don't know. My brothers could know more about this than I do because they introduced me to Bob Marley and the Wailers as a kid. So I'll let my more my brothers who are more of an expert on music than I am. But hey, I hear things, and I tend to remember certain things that I listened to growing up, but I still do. To this day. But without any further ado, I do want to take this opportunity before we get too far off the rails here to say thank you so much to Stefanie
Yeah.
Castro for being our guest on this week's episode of And I Quote. It's been educational. So, Stephanie, if someone wants to know more about you and purchase copies of your books as those last-minute holiday gifts to put in someone's stocking or scurry under the tree, where can they follow you?
They can follow me at stefaniecastro.author on Instagram, and all of my books are on my website as well. They can follow the link tree on my bio, and everything is there, and you can purchase everything on my website, and signed copies are available. So, yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Stephanie. We appreciate you so much. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Feel free to grab some coffee and donuts in our non-existent green room back there we have in our virtual green room area. Anyway, my name is Ryan of Van Dyke Quote Channel. Follow me across all forms of social media at, and where am I pointing to? Where is it? There it is, at And I Quote Channel. That's where you can follow all the craziness, all the madness. Yeah. Also, we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers on this wonderful channel that we've worked so hard to build. And with your help, we can get there. Now, once we do, we will have a live stream that will include special giveaways that you, the person who is watching or listening to this episode of And I Quote, are going to be eligible to win. Also, we have merch in our Redbubble store. Everything is on sale right now. We got hoodies. We have shirts, long sleeve shirts, as the seasons are a-changing. And we also have stickers that you can add to your water bottles, your your notebooks for school or work. Give it a little bit of style. Yeah. Also, I wrote a short story called Wolf of the West, which was published earlier this year as a part of the Veritas Entertainment anthology Western Tales Volume 1, which you can find on Amazon in ebook, paperback, or hardcover. 16 different writers with 15 different stories, as one of those stories was written by two individuals respectively. But yeah, check it out. Buy it as a last-minute holiday gift. Put it in someone's stocking. Wrap it and put it under the tree. Something like that. I really hope that you or the person you're gifting it to will, in fact, enjoy it. Also, we're going to be at Ocean City Comic-Con next weekend, December 13th and 14th in Ocean City, Maryland. Buy your tickets now at oceancitycomiccon.com. I will be walking the convention floor, attending panels. I will also be debuting a new cosplay outfit this year. I posted a hint about it on our social media earlier this week. It will be a Mortal Kombat character, but I'm not going to say which one because that would kind of ruin the spoiler. So join us, oceancitycomiccon.com. It's going to be a lot of fun, and James is the promoter of that one. Can't wait to see you, James. Can't wait to see all our friends down there in Ocean City, Maryland. It's going to be a happening good time for the holiday season. Do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified of when the videos go up or they go live. And I quotes on Saturdays, 12 p.m. Eastern. Movie watch-alongs and other forms of special programming are held normally on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And remember, life is better when supporting indie creators from all over the world. Take a look.
A mission for the police. A mysterious passenger. Mitch Mayhew is carrying more than the mail this flight. Unwanted Passenger is a roaring, prop-spinning, pulse-pounding historical thriller for fans of aerial stunts, flapper-era intrigue, and reluctant heroes with debts to pay and demons to outrun. Order your copy of Unwanted Passenger today.
in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.